Hello and welcome. We are here at Public Media Network. And for tonight's show, we have our special guest from Communities in School, a local nonprofit here in Kalamazoo. Please stick around. We will be right back. Hello, my name is Svetlana Stone, and you are watching Spotlight in a Zoo. Thank you for being here. We are pleased to have in our studio Nikki and John to talk about the importance of their organization. So thank you so much, Nikki, for coming in to see us so we can learn more about your organization. So I'm very excited that you find the time and come to our place to share with your experiences. And the Communities in School mission is to surround students with community support, empowering them to stay in school and achieve in life. That's very beautiful. That's why I'm so excited and eager to learn more about your organization. Could you please share with our viewers a little bit background and how you become involved with Communities in Schools?
Well, I became involved with Communities in Schools after having an extensive career working with volunteer recruitment and management. Every career that I've had until I've worked with CIS was working with volunteers, and currently I am the Volunteer and Development Coordinator for CIS. And so I came to the organization after learning about their mission, being very interested. It really drew me in, knowing how much support that they give to the students in Kalamazoo Public Schools. And once I became part of the organization, it just grabbed a hold of me, and I love CIS very much.
This is wonderful. And our viewers might do not know about your organization. Would you please tell us more about this organization and why probably like us or somebody else should become a volunteer at your organization?
Absolutely. Communities in Schools is very unique in that we have a particular model that we use within the schools. Each school has its own site coordinator, and so we're not going in blindly into all of our schools. Those site coordinators are they know all the fabric of the school. They know the teachers, the administration, everybody that's there, and all the students at the school. And what's unique about the CIS model is that we're able to work through them to find out what the needs are at the school. And so there's a person that's at the school, and in several cases there's both a school time site coordinator as well as an after school coordinator that kind of finds out what the needs are, find out what the student needs, the teacher's needs, the building needs. And then through our downtown office, we're able to filter through our partners and volunteers and community businesses that are able to go into the fabric of the school and really help the school with what those particular needs are. And as we know, each school's needs are very different. So after working with the site coordinator, we might find out that there are several classrooms that need volunteers in different subjects. And that's where we come in and start to recruit volunteers very intentionally for what is needed at that particular school. And so when it comes to volunteering for Communities in Schools, people reach out both through the school as well as through our downtown office. When they reach out through the school and tell the site coordinator or the principal or the teacher that they really would like to become involved with volunteering, they're sent right to me, and I'm at the downtown office. And I'm able to get them through our orientation and our background check process so that we can get them into the schools as quickly as possible. 85% of our volunteers currently help students with academic support. And so the majority of volunteers that we send into the school are helping students with math, reading, science, language, all different elements of academics within the school.
This is wonderful, but could you please tell us more about your volunteers, who they are and why they want to volunteer for your organization? Maybe how old they are, what is their background, why do they want to volunteer, and who they are?
Yeah, absolutely. That's my most favorite thing to talk about. we have the best volunteers. They're so dedicated, and they love the environment that they're in, and people are in this doing really hard work. Our volunteers are really everybody. Last year we had 828 total volunteers that we managed through CIS. Those volunteers range anywhere from some that are still in high school and they're maybe volunteering in a middle school or an elementary school with students that have certain academic needs. And we have close partnerships with lots of programs, both at Western Michigan University as well as Kalamazoo College. That gives us more than 50% of our volunteers that come to us annually. They have wonderful programs that allow their students to work with KPS students, and that it's a very special partnership. We have lots of young professionals, volunteers who have recently graduated from college and they're starting their young professional career. Oftentimes, because they're deep into getting into their career, those folks tend to volunteer more during the after-school program because it's more convenient for their work schedule. We have volunteers that are seasoned professionals in their fields coming into the schools, and we have a partnership with the senior with RSVP, which is part of senior services here in Kalamazoo. And for those folks, our senior volunteers give a lot of time. We find there's a few schools where senior volunteers are giving upwards of 15, 20 hours a week to that particular school.
That's a lot.
So we have volunteers in all walks of life, giving lots and lots of different hours, doing all different sorts of activities. And as I mentioned, most of them are doing academic support, either individual tutoring, one-on-one with students, or working in groups with students in classrooms, as lessons are happening. We are able to support teachers in the schools with that academic support in lots of different ways because of our partnership within the school.
This is wonderful. This is wonderful. And what is your service area? Are you only provide services in Kalamazoo Public School, or do you serve students throughout the county or region? So communities and schools here in Kalamazoo is just for Kalamazoo Public Schools. We're the only communities and schools affiliate in the county, even though there are others within the state, and some states communities and schools is more popular than others. But for us, we specifically work in Kalamazoo Public Schools, and we have 20 schools that we are in, and so we have either the daytime site coordinator or the after-school programs where we are able to serve even more students during that after-school program time. So yes, just Kalamazoo Public Schools. And how can our viewers connect to your organization?
If we have all of our information online, which is at ciskalamazoo.org. In addition to kind of finding out who we are and what services we provide, on our website, you're also able to do our online volunteer registration process. So if volunteering sounds interesting, you can go to ciskalamazoo.org and click on the I'd like to volunteer link, and that'll take you to the online registration process to where then I respond to that personally and find out what people are interested in doing, what school they'd like to be in. And if some people don't know or if they've never worked with kids before, I'm happy to sit down and have a conversation about what might be best for that particular volunteer.
This is wonderful. Thank you for being here with us today. And after the short break, we will be joined by another guest, John, from your organization, and we will learn more about communities in school. Stick with us. We will be right back.
On behalf of everyone at Wellspring, Corey, Terry, and dancers in the Wellspring Dance Academy, wishing you a happy and healthy holiday.
Welcome back to Spotlight in a Zoo. For those of you who just tuned in, we are here at Public Media Network, and we are pleased to have our special guests from Communities in School, John and Nikki. Thank you for being here with us tonight. And we've talked a lot about your organization, and we learned a lot from you, Nikki. I would like to ask you, John, could you please share with us with your involvement? I understand you involved a lot with volunteers, and what is your role and how you started?
I'm the Partner Services Coordinator with Communities in Schools, so I work with a lot of our partner organizations that in the community. Beyond bringing volunteers into the school, we also work with a variety of partner organizations that provide a variety of services, including medical and dental care, food pantries, food packs for students who are too young to pick out their own food, things like that. And we work to bring them directly into the schools where students and families can access them more readily. I originally became involved with communities in schools. I had just been finishing up my bachelor's degree at Western Michigan University.
Congratulations.
And thank you.
That's
It was a
wonderful.
couple of years ago, but I had wanted to give back to my community, so I was looking at participating in AmeriCorps, and they had an AmeriCorps position open at communities and schools. So I originally started doing that and working directly in two of the public schools, a middle school and a high school, and I saw firsthand the sort of direct impact that the work that communities and schools does can have on students and the way it can improve their lives and give them sort of a leg up that they might not have otherwise. And so as my term of service with AmeriCorps was coming to an end, I realized that I wanted to continue to work with communities and schools and sort of help students, and so that's how I ended up where I am now.
This is wonderful. This is wonderful. I read this wonderful quote from your website, and I thought it was a very powerful message. And I would like to read for you guys and hear your feedback about this quote. So one of your students stated, "Miss Liberty encouraged and lifted me up. She made me understand that even though things were bad, I didn't have to stay that way. She helped me set goals and stay motivated. She taught me how to speak up and ask for help." Ellie. So what do you feel about this quote? Could you please give us your feedback?
Well, we love happy success stories at CIS. Definitely shows that there's a positive impact to the work that we do. For me personally, it makes me very proud, very happy to be working for the organization when I hear these stories, because it is true. These kids, a lot of them come, they come from a background where they don't have a lot, or they're struggling with something, or there's something in their life, some obstacle that they have to get over or achieve, and to hear that our volunteers or our staff or one of our partner organizations offered something to them that made a positive impact in their life, or even made them feel better about themselves. To me, that's just a 100% happy ending story.
And I think another key thing that it underlines is the importance that it is for any child at any age to have a one-on-one, personal, caring relationship with an adult. That means so much to a student, and especially if they're not getting that in some other area of their life, especially as it regards volunteering, having someone who can come into the school and provide that little bit of an extra boost to the students' self-esteem and daily life is always a plus.
This is wonderful, and that led me to my next question: how your volunteers, how that fact that helping the students, how it's influenced to the students' life, the students that they help.
Generally very positively. The students that are in communities and schools, we do have data about our students. As we sort of move into the future, we hope to collect more and more accurate data about exactly how much the volunteers are helping our students. But we know that they are. Even if test scores are only budging up a little bit, you can see the confidence, rise up in the student, or you can see that relationship that's budding and growing between them and that one adult that they now consider their caring adult in their life. So there definitely is a positive impact. And as we look to the future, we're going to be able to know for sure what, by the numbers, that impact is with the student and their academic success. But there's definitely success in several other different areas that's measurable, that is playing into the tutoring and the mentoring experience.
Yeah, this is amazing. John, and would you like to share with our viewers about partnership?
Yeah, I mean, partnerships are very key. Because they once again give students an opportunity to access services directly in the school that it might be difficult just because they lack transportation or whatever else that they can't access it outside of school in their personal life, I guess you could call it. So, you know, when we're able to bring people who can do regular dental cleanings or who can do well child visits or immunizations to the schools where students already are, it can do a lot in terms of preventative care and make sure that students don't have further health complications later on. And or when we can provide a food pantry in the school where students or their families can come in, where once again the student already is coming every single day to get food that they need if they don't have enough at home. That's an important thing. Another of our partners is First Day Shoe Fund, and we work with them to connect students to a pair of shoes, a new pair of shoes each year, in case their family can't afford one. And also volunteers come into that because we're able to get volunteers, bring them into the schools, and help our partner, First Day Shoe Fund, you know, meet with all these kids, try on the shoes, make sure they fit, because it ends up being a long and arduous process.
This is interesting, but how you convince your partners become a partner and to help students and to support your mission?
Sure. I mean,
how you find them,
Right. Well, some of them, it was sort of obvious that, like Kalamazoo Loaves and Fishes, who provides our food pantries, it just made sense that they were offering this service that the families we work with needed, and we provided them an avenue to, one possible avenue to reach the population they're trying to serve more closely by facilitating them coming into the schools and running things there. Having a communities and schools coordinator in a school to help partner reach students makes it easier and to reach more students more quickly in a more efficient way, essentially. And so that's why partners, you want to work with us to get into the schools. If there's an organization out in the school or out in the community, I guess, that has a service that they want to bring into the schools, and they're interested in partnering with us to do that, they can go on our website, Communities and Schools, or Kalamazoo, ciskalamazoo.org, and they can find my information located on there, and feel free to call me or email me, and we can set up a meeting time and go from there.
Thank you very much. This has been a great show. Stick with us. We will be right back.
Well, happy holidays, Hermes, from Captain Wallace at the Evil Dragon Pirate Theater.
So thank you so much for being here with us today. I really enjoy our time together and to learn about your mission and how you influence and how big impact you make in our community. Is there anything else you would like to share with our viewers, something that we missed?
Yeah, we have one of the other programs we operate is called Kids Closet. We collect donations from the community so that we can provide clothing and hygiene items and school supplies to students who otherwise don't have them. And one major event that we have coming up here that is directly tied to our Kids Closet is we're working with Rotaract to run our 4th annual Bundle Up Kalamazoo Coat Drive. This is a coat drive where we'll have collection boxes in a number of different places around the city of Kalamazoo. We're asking that folks donate new or like-new coats and snow pants and boots, as well as chapstick, deodorant, toothbrushes, and toothpaste. This drive will be running all the way through November and will conclude on Wednesday, December 5th, which is when we're having our annual Ugly Sweater Party that we do every year. So if people are interested in donating, we're going to have a list of all the locations where we're going to have collection boxes, as well as more general information about the event up on our Facebook page. So you should check us out there as well, too.
Thank you. Well, that will wrap up this month's edition of Spotlight in a Zoo. If you want to know more about our friends from Community in Schools, check out this information below. And if you know someone who would like to participate in our show or you would like to participate, please contact to Public Media Network. And thank you for being here with us tonight. See you next time.